Okay, so check this out. Steve Rogers, my man's just trying to keep it low-key, right? Dude's out jogging in DC, lapping Sam Wilson like on your left. And Sam's like, bro, chill. Turns out he's ex-Air Force pararescue. Now he's counselor for vets. So these two bond over military stuff. Then Natasha Romanoff rolls up like, yo, I am here to pick up a fossil. The mission, save hostages from this hijacked shield boat. Lemurian star, pirates everywhere. Led by this French dude, Georges Batroc. Cap jumps out of plane with no parachute, shield smacking everybody. Rumlo's being all tough with his squad. They rescue hostages, but Natasha, she's out here on her side quest, stealing files. Cap's like, our mission was to rescue hostages, and you playing spy games? Back at Shield HQ, Cap's pissed at Fury. He's like, you should trust us. And Fury's like, last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. He's like, let me show you something. Project Insight. 3 mega helicarriers linked to satellites can laser people from the sky before they even sneeze. Cap's like, this ain't freedom, this is fear. Cut to Smithsonian, Cap's walking through the exhibit, still missing his old pal Bucky. He even visits Peggy Carter, old now, memory slipping, and it hits him hard. Bro's homesick for a life he can't get back. Then he sees Sam talking at a PTSD group, you know, all that speech and stuff. Meanwhile, Fury's stressing that USB from Nat locked tight. He tells Alexander Pierce, big shield boss man, like, yo, hold up Project Insight, something don't smell right. Pierce is like, fine, but you gotta get Iron Man on my niece's birthday. Fury in his SUV, chilling. Then bam, fake cops roll up, ambush him, car Swiss cheese. Fury's fighting back with high-tech AI car and gadgets like James Bond. Car's all damaged, and Fury's like, what's operational? And AI's like, air conditioning? Fury's running in his car, but oh no, out steps this masked dude. Throws a disc grenade under Fury's ride, flips it like a pancake. Fury slices a hole in the street and Houdini's into the sewers. Cut to Cap. He's just chilling, talking to his neighbor chick. But then, he hears his stereo playing inside, sneaks in ninja style, and who's chilling in the dark? Fury, looking like he got jumped by a whole football team. Fury's talking nonsense like, my wife kicked me out, but secretly texting, yo, ears everywhere, shield compromised. Then, crash, windows shatter, metal arm assassin snipes. Fury bleeding out, slides Cap the USB like, bro, don't trust anyone. Then he collapses. Neighbor chick busting like, surprise, I'm actually Agent 13, your undercover babysitter. Cap sprints after the assassin, busts through a window, bros his shield, but plot twist. Dude just catches the damn thing with his metal arm like, thanks bro, and chucks it back. Cap's like, wait, what? Dude vanishes off the rooftop like Batman. Fury, man's in the hospital looking like leftovers. Heart flatlines. Doctors are like, we lost him. But Maria Hill, she just rolls up and takes his body. Meanwhile, Rumlow hits Cap like, yo, S.H.I.E.L.D. wants you. ASAP. So he stashes the USB inside a vending machine. Like, Hydra ain't touching my snacks. So Cap shows at the Triskelion, meets Pierce. Dude talking like he's Fury's BFS since preschool. He's like, yo, Fury hired the pirates. Tell me what Fury told you. And Cap's like, he said not to trust anyone, and leaves. Now he's in an elevator. It's just him, and then Rumlow and couple strike guys. Ding. Next floor. More dudes. Ding again. More. By floor 7, it's like clown car full of mercenaries. Cap's spidey sense is tingling. He's like, before we get started, does anyone want to get out? Then, hands flying, knees cracking, shield smashing. Cap wipes the floor with everybody. Now he's all cornered, but homie jumps out the elevator shaft like he's doing extreme parkour. Lands, jacks a motorcycle, dodging Quinjet, jumps over it, and flips it with his shield. Like, man, that was awesome. Pierce calls Cap a fugitive, then casually blasts his maid because she saw the Winter Soldier chilling in his house. Later, Cap checks the vending machine, and USB's gone. But then Natasha strolls out like, surprise, I snagged it. Also, masked dude, that's the Winter Soldier, seen him once. Scary as hell. And where do they roll? Freaking Apple Store, bro. They pretend to be a couple arguing about getting a laptop. Employees just like, oh, cute couple. They plug in the USB, nothing, just encrypted stuff. But they trace the source. It's coming from Camp Lehigh, Cap's old training base from World War II. Now Rumlow and Goons rolls in and they kiss to lay low. They find his old dusty bunker, retro computers everywhere. Nat's like, these things still work. Cap finds a modern USB port, plug it in. Suddenly, surprise, it's Arnim Zola, Nazi scientist, but now he's Windows 95 with a face. He's like, hail Hydra, baby. I uploaded myself into hard drives back in the 70s. Been living inside S.H.I.E.L.D. this whole time. Infiltrating. Power Star's car crash. Not an accident. But before they can ask anything, S.H.I.E.L.D. sends a missile straight at the base. Whole thing explodes. Zola piecing out. Cap and Nat barely escape the mess. They're all smoky, clothes ripped, looking like they've been barbecued, and they roll up on Sam Wilson. Sam's like, yo, I got something. And Cap's like, wait, you said you were a pilot? Sam's like, nah, never said that. They head to DC, scope Jasper Sitwell. Dude just finished lunch with Senator Stern. Wilson's like, hey Jasper, roof party now. They drag him up top, dangle him off the ledge, and Sitwell folds instantly like, okay, Hydra's got this Zola algorithm. It predicts who's gonna be a problem in the future, and boom, delete. He starts dropping names too. Bruce Banner, Stephen freaking Strange. On their way to Triskelion. Bam! Ambush. Winter Soldier and his crew roll up. Total chaos. Cars flipping. Bullets whizzing. Cap's getting tossed. Nat sniping and heading with Winter Soldier. Then Cap jumps in. Shield clashing. Fists flying. Knife fighting. And mask comes off. Boom! Reveal. It's freaking Bucky. Cap's like, Bucky? And Bucky's like, who the hell is that? Doesn't even recognize him and dip. They get scooped by Rumlo's Hydra squad. They're in the prison van, about to get iced. But hold up. One of the guards tases the others. It's Maria Hill, baby. She's like, who's this guy? And they bounce. Hill takes him to a secret hideout, and guess who's chilling there? Nick Fury. Dude faked his death. He's like, yeah, Banner made this chill pill serum so heartbeat went down to 1 beat per minute. Basically fake dead nap. Fury's like, listen, Project Insight's about to launch. 3 helicarriers up. Satellites locked. Hydra's gonna snap half the planet unless we swap these chips. Later, Cap's thinking about Bucky. Remembering how back in Brooklyn, Bucky was like, I'm with you till the end of the line. Wilson's like, man, you might have to put him down. And Cap's like, nah, I'm saving my boy. Suit problem though. So what does he do? Straight up steals his old uniform from the Smithsonian. Meanwhile, Hydra's reprogramming Bucky like, Control, Alt, Delete, memory wipe, because he was starting to remember his past. Now the War Security Council pulls up at Triskelion, all wearing fancy pins on their collars like exclusive exclusive club membership. Pierce greets them, but then Cap, Sam, and Hill bust in, hijack the PA, and Cap gives the ultimate speech. Yo, Hydra's been in S.H.I.E.L.D. the whole time. Pierce runs the show. Don't launch Insight. Don't trust nobody. Whole building shook. Rumlow and his goons bust into the control room like, yo, launch those helicarriers or we make you Swiss cheese. Poor Cameron Klein sweating bullets. But then, Agent 13's like, not today. Gunfight explodes. Bullets flying, glass shattering, but Rumlow still gets the helicarriers up in the air. Meanwhile, up in Council HQ, Pierce gets spicy, pulls a gun on Councilman Singh. But plot twist, Councilwoman Hawley peels off her face, Mission Impossible style. Boom! It's Nat. She's like, surprise suckers, starts dumping every S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra file onto the internet. Pierce is all, you need 2 alpha clearance people to finish the upload, and who walks in? Fury. But he's like, you wiped my ID. Cute. I kept the backup with the busted eye. Fury scans his retina and encryption unlocked. Nat hits upload, Hydra's dirty laundry goes viral. Out in the chaos, Cap and Falcon trying to jam in those USB chips into the helicarriers. They get 2 chips in, smooth, but then Barnes swoops in like Terminator and wrecks Falcon's jetpack. Sam hits the deck like, ow, my whole spine. Hill's in the earpiece like, yo Sam. Rumlow's climbing up to the council chamber. Sam's like, bet. Meanwhile, Cap, he's facing down Bucky. Dude's blocking every shield throw. Both fighting hard. Pierce triggers those council badges. Zap, zap, zap. Instantly melts holes in their chests. But Nat flips a taser disc on herself. Zap! Short circuits the badge. Fury seizes the moment, whips out the strap and blam, puts Pierce down for good. Cap finally slams that last USB chip in, just as the helicarriers are about to murder the planet. System flips, and now they're all targeting each other. Bro, 3 giant floating death fortresses playing laser tag over Washington, D.C. Down on the ground, Sam's still scrapping with Rumlow. Punches, kicks, your mama jokes, when boom, one of those helicarriers is coming down. So Sam, dude straight up jumps out of the freaking 41st floor window. But don't worry, Nick Fury and Nat swoop in all smooth and catch him midair. Rumlow, dude gets flattened by a whole building. Meanwhile, Steve and Bucky, they're in this chamber that's literally getting shredded by crossfire, sparks flying, metal chunks dropping, explosions left and right. Cap's bleeding, exhausted, and he's like, you know what, Bucky? I'm done fighting. You are my friend. Drops the shield. Then Steve falls into the river, unconscious, sinking fast. But Bucky dives in, pulls him out, and dips. Cut to Cap waking up in the hospital. A lot of stuff changed. S.H.I.E.L.D. toast. Hydra exposed. Natasha, she pulls up at Congress, dropping files, exposing everybody. But before she dips, she hands Cap this Bucky's Hydra file. Steve looks at it, eyes getting all misty. And Sam's like, so you're going after him, huh? Steve's like, you don't have to come with me. Sam, he's like, I know. When we started, mid-credits, Baron, Strucker, and Sokovia walking around like, Hydra's still alive, baby. He's got Loki's scepter sitting there, and the twins. One cell's got this dude running laps at light speed, like Sonic the Hedgehog. The other, a chick floating blocks, and making him explode with her mind. Strucker's like, it's not the world of heroes, it's the age of miracles. Post-credits, Bucky strolling into the Smithsonian all casual, staring at this whole section dedicated to him. Just standing there, remembering the man he used to be. Wow, so that's it, but don't ghost me, okay? So now's the time, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And you have subscribed, right? Right?